Cable Channel 7 Sports presents Lackawanna League Division III High School Basketball, featuring longtime rivals, the Carbondale Area Chargers and the Old Forge Blue Devils. Brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Construction, Carbondale. By your Carbondale Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Carbondale. Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Carbondale. Main Street Sunoco, Carbondale. Biglomini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. By McGovern Insurance Agency, Carbondale. Your starting lineups are presented by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. It's time for high school basketball between the Chargers of Carbondale area and the Blue Devils of Old Forge. Courtside with the call of today's game, here's Glenn Muskowski and Steve Young. Guys.
Welcome to Lackawanna League Division III High School Basketball. And today from the Pete Toronis Gym in Carbondale, great ball game for you featuring the Blue Devils of Old Forge and the Carbondale Area Chargers. Alongside Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick from Frankie Carl Productions, I'm Steve Young. Glad you're with us here for high school basketball here on Channel 7. And a great ball game between Old Forge and Carbondale area. Finally, the weather cooperates. We get this basketball game in. It's been snowy, it's been cold, you name it, we've had it, but what we have for you here is high school basketball, as the Blue Devils, coached by Jared Yanello in his first year, will come into this game with an overall mark of 4 wins and 4 losses, while the Chargers of Carbondale area at 5 wins and 4 losses. So Glenn, anytime you get Old Forge and Carbondale together, we expect a great ball game.
We always do, Steve. All Forge is always well prepared, and with first-year coach Jared Yanello, he has been a mainstay at the basketball Old Forge for years, and I'm sure taking over for Al Semenza, who, and we wish him well. I heard he wasn't feeling that well, but we wish him well, and I'm sure Jared will be well prepared. And of course, with Landon 5-4, Old Forge 4-4, they're about equal. So we should expect some downright knock them out, drag them out type stuff today.
The Old Forge Blue Devils won at home in their last ball game against the Riverside Vikings, 54-45 in that backyard rivalry. While the Chargers of Carbondale area, well, they lost at Mid-Valley 49-29. That was the second time in a row that Carbondale area played Mid-Valley. Previously, they lost to Mid-Valley in the Pete Toronis championship game, 53-38. So Carbondale comes in losing their last 2 ball games, while the Blue Devils of Old Forge are on a 3-game winning streak with victories over Wyoming area twice and, of course, Riverside.
Well, you got to give Old Forge a little chance to regroup from that wonderful football season they had. And Coach Schuback and his coaching staff, and of course the entire Blue Devil football squad, they just made Northeast Pennsylvania proud with what they did, what they accomplished. Probably a half a foot short of winning that game and coming home with the gold. Tremendous year. And they have about 3 or 4, maybe 5 players. I don't even know how many are on this team that play football. So it's going to take them a little bit while they get ready. But I'm sure Jared Yanello will have them ready to go, and I'm sure they're ready to go at this point.
Well, Joey Gutowski, Jake Minetti, and Ben Grahowski, they were all football players, so they're just getting back into basketball shape. And we have the stage set for tonight's ball game here on Adams Cable Channel 7, featuring the Blue Devils of Old Forge and the Carbondale Area Chargers. When we return, we will have more pregame highlights on today's game and the new first-year head coach, Jared Yanello, when we return here on Adams Cable High School Basketball. Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The Total Home Packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages. Cable, internet, and phones starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
More than anything else, beautiful carpeting installed by Tom's Floor Shop in Childs will make your house a home. Pay a visit to Tom's Floor Shop and experience the feel of deep, rich luxury, the drama of radiant color, and the timeless beauty, the comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of linoleum, ceramic tile, exotic hardwood floors, and window treatments with attractive patterns and a truly amazing array of colors on display in their showroom. At Tom's Floor Shop, there is no sacrifice of style, quality, or performance. All roads lead to where great floors begin. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams.
Now back to the gym for more Adams Cable High School basketball.
Well, it's Lackawanna League Division III High School basketball featuring the Blue Devils of Old Forge and the Carbondale Area Chargers. Glenn, pretty good junior varsity contest as the Chargers defeated Old Forge 43-33, and the junior varsity team looking pretty good.
Yeah, they're moving up and down the floor pretty well, both teams, Steve. And, it was a close game. Carbondale just jumped out a little bit early in the fourth quarter and hung on for probably a 10-point win. They look pretty well. Both teams look good, and maybe the future's bright for the Carbondale and Old Forge as we move down the line.
And looking at this ball game, Glenn, the Carbondale Area Chargers, of course, they haven't played now since Saturday, along with the Old Forge Blue Devils, and we'll see how rusty both teams are coming into this ball game.
And when you don't have school, you don't even practice, so that's the big thing. If there were games canceled and they weren't able to be played because whatever reason it might be, that's fine. But if you were able to practice, at least you're getting something going. But they probably missed 3 days in the last 7 without touching any basketball. So yeah, Russ can and a little they might be a little bit out of sync, and we'll see.
A little bit sluggish because of exactly. The weather. No, you're not in the gym. You're out of your natural routine. And
exactly. That's why you need to set that routine early in the season and continue with it right along through the end of the season. And again, this weather plays havoc with a lot of things, as well as athletics in high school.
Well, the Old Forge Blue Devils last year, overall 12 wins, 13 losses, a league record of 2 wins and 10 losses. Carbondale, of course, last year, 7-16, and in the league they struggled to a record of 1 win and 11 losses. So for Carbondale area and head coach Landon Gabriel in his 7th season coaching the Carbondale area Chargers, boy, that went by quickly.
It certainly did. It seems like he just got hired a few years ago.
And he's hoping to get the Chargers on the winning track, along with first-year head coach Jared Yanello. He was a point guard for the Old Forge Blue Devils. He started for 4 years. He served as an assistant under Al Semenza, and as a player, he was a great, tenacious floor leader. Boy, remember how he played.
Oh, he played hard. He was Old Forge when he played, for sure. And, it seemed like when Al had a guy, he always had one player in that role. And Jarrett Yanello, when he was there, if he takes any little bit of what he had and gives it to this Old Forge team, they're going to be ready to go in a year or two once they get his system down.
Well, Jared Yanello he guided his team to a District 2 Class A championship and a record of 28 wins and 1 loss in his senior year. And I had the opportunity to talk to him before going on air here tonight. And, boy, he's very enthusiastic, and I think that is going to come right down to his players. I think you're going to see just how good they can be in the upcoming years.
Well, he had a good man teaching him when he went.
Well, Al built a good foundation.
He certainly did. And Jared, he's a great guy, and he's going to go in this with full force, and Old Forge is going to be fine with him as their mentor.
And we'll go to a quick break and return with a look at your starting lineups after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Basketball. If you're planning a construction project, you can rely on Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. They specialize in residential and commercial excavating, paving and demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Construction will deliver sand, stone, fill, topsoil, and mulch. Nick's appreciates your business and looks forward to serving you with his quality workmanship. For your next project, call Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. And now your starting lineups for today's game, presented by the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where the annual winter clearance sale is now underway with savings up to 40% on all remaining winter apparel. Roselle offers an extensive supply of school uniforms for Lakeland, Carbondale area, LaSalle Academy, Holy Cross, Forest City, and Valley View. Attending a formal affair? Roselle Department Store has the great new fashion ideals by Sarno & Son with a perfect fit every time. Also, Roselle now offers fast, reliable laundry and dry cleaning service. Sam and the staff at Roselle Department Store in Carbondale are proud to present your starting lineups for today's game between Old Forge and Carbondale area. Starting five for the Old Forge Blue Devils. At guard, the 6'1" sophomore Joey Gutowski, averaging 8 a ball game. Jimmy Aversa will also line up at guard. He's a 6' senior, averaging about 9.5 a ball game. Jake Minetti is the 6'1" senior guard, averaging 10 a ball game. A.J. Pantarella is at center, a 6'7" junior, averaging about 7 a ball game. And Ben Grahowski is at forward. He is a 6'2" freshman. Starting five for Carbondale area, Jason Martin, 6'2" senior forward. Jordan Martin, a 6'2" junior forward, averaging about 7 a ball game. Kyle Burrell, 5'11" junior guard, averaging 6.5 a ball game. And Isaiah McCord at guard, a 6'1" senior, putting up 13 a game. And Chris Larson will get the start for Carbondale here today. He is a 6'1" junior, and he has scored a total of 10 points this season. So those are your starting lineups, presented today by your friends at the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. And now, here at the Pete Toronis Gym, our national anthem. Time for basketball here in Carbondale. Lackawanna League Division III action, Old Forge and Carbondale area.
Well, Steve, I think the key to this game is how is Carbondale going to react to, I would assume, Old Forge's pressure defense. They're going to come out after them, I'm sure. If they're anything like the Old Forge teams of the past, they'll change their defenses. They'll try to control tempo and put a lot of pressure on the guards from Carbondale. So Carbondale's going to have to react and be patient a little bit.
Old Forge very good defensively, only allowing 37 points a ball game while scoring 46. The Chargers scoring about 50 a ball game while allowing 50. So at the center court circle, Jason Martin along with A.J. Cantarella. Old Forge will control the opening tip as Gutowski will work it out to Jake Minetti, and we're underway here in the Pioneer City.
Goes right into their man-to-man.
There's a beautiful pass and the bucket by A.J. Cantarella.
Too easy.
And the Blue Devils take a 2-0 lead.
Too easy that time. Got to help sag down and stop ball from coming in from the wing.
McCord on the left side will set it up for Carbondale along with Burrell. And the Chargers will go to work in their half-court set, and you can see just how good this Old Forge defense is. Now, we saw Carbondale against Mid-Valley. There's a long three-point attempt by Jason Martin, but Carbondale keeps it alive off the tip. And we saw Carbondale having a lot of trouble penetrating the defense of Mid-Valley as Burrell scores on a three-pointer to give the Chargers a 1-point lead, 3-2.
Nice shot by Kyle Burrell, wide open. Take that shot.
Well, Glenn, looking across at head coach Landon Gabriel, like that beard that he grew over the winter.
He said he did it the right year, that's for sure.
He sure did. With this cold weather, sub-zero temperatures.
You think he's going to school with his on his motorcycle now?
I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Every year, Landon gives us a different look. He had the Pat Riley look with the slick back hair. This year, he's got the beard going. Have to like it. As Aversa will go on a drive on the right wing, and he pulls up with the outside jumper and misfires. And Jason Martin rebounds for Carbondale, leading 3-2. Burrell working against Aversa. And McCord. Larson in the corner. Inside, Jordan Martin off the turnaround, misfires. Try to work it out to Larson, and that's going to be a jump ball, and Carbondale will keep it.
All right, now, good move by Martin in there, but you got to be under control when you're going to take that shot. You got to learn that little baby hook. That was a nice shot, but it seemed like he fumbled it on the way up.
Jason Martin on the inbound to Isaiah McCord. And Carbondale is out to a 5-2 lead.
And that was just a lack of defense on Old Forge's part, and I'm surprised on that. That was too easy.
Joey Gutowski, 6'1" sophomore, to set it up. Gives it to Minetti. Gutowski on the perimeter. And pretty good ball movement by Old Forge, and off the drive. Shot won't fall for Gutowski. And McCord with the rebound. Down court, Burrell sees an opening, kicks it back outside. And this will be Larson from the baseline for two. And Carbondale has a 7-2 advantage.
Good ball movement. Hit the open man, kick it out, kick it in, kick it back out.
This is kind of what happened to Old Forge in that Riverside game. They got down early and then had to rebound and rally for the win. And with Old Forge trailing, Gutowski wanted to pull up and couldn't pull the trigger, and they'll reset the offense.
Well, Carbondale should be happy that Cantarella is playing on a high post out there. He won't be as effective if he goes out there and gets the ball out there. What's he going to do with it there?
Well, what he'll do is try to drive, and Isaiah McCord with good defense strips the ball away. And McCord to Burrell. He'll keep it open. He'll keep it alive in the corner, but needs help now. 4:30 left in the first quarter. And Carbondale enjoying the benefit of a 7-2 lead.
Keep the ball moving.
Burrell for three.
Whoa.
Wow. Uses the glass.
Oh, did he call that, Steve?
I don't know if it was a called shot or a lot of luck, but it was effective. And Carbondale has a 10-2 lead as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Basketball. Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Glenn, I wonder how many batteries Napa has sold this week.
Well, I'll tell you.
With the cold weather?
Can you imagine?
I have to stop by and talk to Glenn and ask him how many batteries went out the door here this week.
I'm sure he'll be right on the money with it also.
As the Old Forge Blue Devils come out of a timeout, and they will work their offense in the half-court set, and they almost throw it away, and they do. Here's Isaiah McCord on the break. Short jumper, partially blocked. And Burrell battles. What a shot by Burrell. Kyle Burrell, the 5'11" junior guard, with a beautiful shot, and Carbondale leads it 12-2. Well, no sign of any rust on Carbondale in this ball game. And posting up, it's Cantarella, had it knocked away by Martin.
I'll tell you, Carbondale's out hustling Old Forge right now, and they're not like they've always done it the last couple of games we've seen them, Steve, but they really are moving the basketball against the zone very well tonight.
Old Forge having trouble getting the ball in play, and they finally get it in to Cantarella. And Minetti with the pull-up and scores.
That was a nice pick and roll there. Minetti comes off the wide open. Nobody comes across. Nobody slides in, and he's open for an 8-foot jump shot.
Carbondale by 8 with just about 3 minutes left, first quarter. And McCord goes inside, and there's a left-hand shot by Jordan Martin that won't fall. Putback is off the mark by Larson, and the rebound goes to Grochowski. In transition, Minetti kicks it back outside. Here's Aversa with a runner, and it's an air ball. Jason Martin in transition quickly, and Martin almost lost the basketball, and Isaiah McCord from downtown. And the Chargers lead it 15-4.
They're coming out on fire.
And right now, the Old Forge Blue Devils trying to find their offense as the ball was tipped. And Aversa drives the right baseline. He'll give it up. Grochowski and company as they kick it back outside. Minetti could not pull the trigger. And here's Cantarella banking it off the glass for a deuce.
Carbondale's going to need help from that wingman to drop back out. Make him throw that ball back out. He can't. He's one-on-one there. You got to give him some help.
Carbondale with a 15-6 advantage with 2 minutes left in the first. And it is Jordan Martin. Kyle Burrell. Isaiah tries to penetrate, kicks it back outside. Martin with a nice move, guarded by Gutowski. Martin pulls up with the three-point shot.
And that wasn't a good shot. He had fumbled the ball.
Aversa with a left-hand layup.
There's a nice strong move by Jimmy Aversa. You know, Old Forge's not going to quit out here. You know that. They're going to come.
They may get off to a slow start, but they'll be right there. 15-8. As Carbondale right now with Burrell in the paint. Nice move, short on the shot. Grochowski rebounds. Here's a big opportunity for the Old Forge Blue Devils with just about 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Aversa and Gutowski to set it up. Jimmy Aversa from downtown. It rims out.
And that was 3/4 of the way down.
And now Carbondale area with under a minute to play in the first, leading 15-8, will go to work in their half-court set. Burrell guarded by Aversa. Larson. Beautiful pass to Jason Martin, and the putback is right there for Carbondale area and Jordan Martin. 17-8 the Chargers. Clock running at 30 seconds. And Jake Minetti. Gutowski on the right side, lost it, kicked away, tipped away by Carbondale. And the Blue Devils will inbound the basketball.
In a game like this, Steve, with 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter, there's not a foul committed, and I hope I don't jinx them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And Old Forge with Aversa setting it up. Clock down to 18, plenty of time for the Blue Devils, as Minetti will back it up near the center court circle, guarded by McCord. Clock down to 9. And Minetti will launch the three. Off the rim, Martin with the rebound. 3 seconds left. Martin on the run. Tried to get it down to Jordan Martin. Time expires in the first quarter as Carbondale will take a 17-8 lead over Old Forge as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Basketball. Keep your vehicle running safe and efficiently with complete automotive care by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. You can rely on Jerry's for minor repairs, wheel alignment, Pennsylvania Safety Inspection and Emissions Testing, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and brand name tires for a smooth ride. Stop in and see Jerry. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website, jerrystire@gmail.com. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale. Off the turnover by Old Forge, it is Jason Martin right to the basket, and Carbondale now leads it 19-8. So what a way to open up the second quarter of play for Carbondale area.
They came out with that double team on the wing, and Versa just couldn't put any kind of zip on the ball.
And the Blue Devils of Old Forge with Cantarella in some traffic. Minetti kicks it back outside. Gutowski from downtown answers with a three, and it's 19-11. Now, Burrow will give it up to Jason Martin. And Martin with a beautiful pass to Larson going to the basket. Offensive foul.
Well, good pick and roll, wide open. Again, you got to stop. You see a guy there, you can't run him down. This is not outside now anymore like it used to be, right? You got to stop and take that 3-foot, 4-foot jump shot.
First personal foul on Chris Larson and the first team foul. Well, Glenn, you talked about fouls. You know, we went through this many minutes without a foul, so things are still running smoothly.
Yeah, it's a nice game. It sure is. The pace is a little quick, but it's a patient pace.
And there, Jason Martin caught for reaching in.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Little too aggressive.
Almost got away with that one.
Well, there's 3 officials on the floor, so it's a little tough to get away with certain things.
He got his hand in there, dude. He just had a little bump with the hip. If he could have came through with his left hand and eliminates that hip, he has an easy layup there.
Jake Minetti sets it up for the Blue Devils, and there's a reach in.
Well, there's that hand
on Jeff
check.
Arthur.
They're gonna call that hand check. We talked about that in the girls' game the other day. They're going to call, that's the new thing they're calling the hand check.
First personal foul on Jeff Arthur, the 5'9 junior who is in the ball game, and the third team foul for the Chargers. And Joey Gutowski, 6'1" sophomore. Nice move to the basket in traffic and didn't get the roll on the layup. And coming the other way, Isaiah McCord on the break to Jason Martin. Got tangled up and draws the foul. Kind of got out of sync with the basketball, Glenn, but fortunately was able to draw the foul and will go to the stripe.
He got probably too far underneath the basket that time.
First personal on Jimmy Aversa, and the first team foul on Old Forge. Martin on the stripe, a 53% free throw shooter. And he gives the Chargers a 20-11 lead. Martin with 6 3-pointers this season, averaging just over 10 points a ball game. And the right-hand flip is off the back iron, no good. Grahowski battling for it and lost it. And the Chargers will inbound the basketball.
Yep. Got a little sloppy that time. Tried to grab it one hand, grab the ball, and take charge.
Jason Martin into Arthur. And Isaiah McCord way out in three-point land. And Carbondale will work it around the perimeter. Martin and Isaiah McCord. Good movement. And Jordan Martin will kick it back outside, and Carbondale will be patient right here.
And set it again.
Jordan Martin thought about a three. Now they'll give it to Arthur and Isaiah McCord for three. Off the mark, Grahowski rebounds for Old Forge. 5:45 to play in the first half, and Carbondale has a 20-11 lead over the Blue Devils. As the Blue Devils will go to work with Grahowski, flipping it to Aversa, and the Blue Devils turn it over.
Blue Devils are getting a little sloppy with the ball the last minute.
Glenn, who's the shop teacher here? Is it Joe across the...
Joe Schmasek, yeah.
Well, we have to get a hold of Joe because this table is a little bit on the shaky side. We'll have to talk to him after the ball game.
Talk to the principal. He's right in front of us.
Well, I don't think he's going to fix it, is he?
Well, I don't know if he has a hammer.
Jeff Arthur on the baseline had it knocked away. Yeah, this table's been here quite a number of years, and it's just starting to get a little bit shaky.
It owes us nothing.
Yes. Carbondale on the inbound.
Kick ball.
Might end up with a little bit of duct tape to keep this baby together
duct
tonight.
Tape works wonders.
It sure does.
I'm sure the cameraman, he's like MacGyver. He can work wonders with duct tape.
And Nick, definitely. Now, Carbondale with Kyle Burrell from downtown. A little bit too heavy. Put back by McCord. Got the roll. A lot of English on that basketball. It dropped in, and it's 22-11. This is Jake Minetti from the outside, misfiring McCord with the rebound. Quick moving first half of basketball right here. As McCord will bounce past Jordan Martin, back out to Jason from downtown. This is a real shootout as Carbondale leads at 25-11, and a timeout call by the Blue Devils here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Off the steal here is Jason Martin, and he lost the basketball, trying to keep it alive, and Carbondale turns it over.
I think he had a bad break on that. He was held, and then held the third time as the referee tried to get in front and see the action. He couldn't see over his shoulder.
And now the Old Forge Blue Devils, trailing 25-11, will go to work with Gutowski finding a wide open man under the basket, and he misfires. And it's Jeff Arthur with the rebound for the Chargers. Carbondale wants to go on the break. They find Isaiah McCord, and McCord is fouled by Minetti.
Fouls on Jake Minetti.
Eric Grahowski wearing number 1. He's a junior guard in the ball game for the Old Forge Blue Devils. And now the Chargers, leading 25-11, will set it up. And Carbondale area with Burrell. And
again, hand check. There's that hand check again.
Yeah, you talked about that, Glenn. That's always been the rule, but you said they're just calling it a little more this season.
Point of emphasis this year, and they're really calling it. I mean, we saw that in the game down in Mid-Valley, a lot of hand checks, in the girls' game the other night too.
Second personal on Jimmy Aversa, and the third team foul for the Blue Devils. And Martin looking to trigger the ball in play and finally finds Jeff Arthur. And Jason Martin. Isaiah McCord from three-point land misfires. Ball is rebounded by Jordan Oler, who is in the ball game. 3:23 to play in the first half. And from downtown, Nick Pelosi misses on an outside three-pointer. Flip it back underneath to Minetti, and he's hammered under the basket. And I believe Chris Larson will get called for the personal.
That would be his second.
Team's fourth. Jordan Martin will get set to check into the Carbondale lineup as Minetti is on the stripe, a 55% free throw shooter.
Had an outstanding career in football for Old Forge.
Sure did.
Superb quarterback.
Real leader on the field, 6'1" senior. And this one rims out. As the Blue Devils shooting at 59% this season from the charity stripe. McCord will direct traffic near midcourt.
All right, get everybody set up.
And with exactly 3 minutes to play, Carbondale will set it up, leading 25-12. This will be an outside shot for three by Martin, and he's off the mark. Jake Minetti in transition. The give is to Gutowski from the right corner, and he misses. Ball's loose. Players battle for it. And Jeff Arthur out of the pack with it, and he will fire it to Burrell. Burrell will take a three-point attempt. Off the back iron, tipped around, kept alive by Jordan Martin. Carbondale will reset it. Here's Jeff Arthur off the drive. Lost it.
Well, that's a tough break because he had inside position. It's just feet just went out from underneath him. He had the position to take the shot.
25-12, Carbondale area, your leader with 2:24 left in the first half. Glad you're with us here on Adams Cable High School basketball. Now the Blue Devils with Jake Minetti to set it up. Robert Donovan is in the ball game also for the Blue Devils. And a pull-up jump shot is short by Minetti. So the Blue Devils, Glenn, from the field, very, very sluggish here tonight.
Yeah, they're not hitting on all cylinders yet.
And this is Jason Martin off the drive, and that's an offensive foul.
Where are you going? There's no place to go there. You're forcing yourself, so you knock the guy down. What does that prove? You pick up a foul, which is his second.
And the 15 foul for Carbondale.
Now you got to sit. If he pulls up, takes the jump shot, or just brings it back out if there's nothing there.
Chip Calabro checks in, a 5'10 senior, wearing number 24. As Minetti puts up a runner, and it won't fall, and he's fouled. Chip Calabro whistled for the personal, his first and the team's sixth, and Minetti back on the stripe.
There's something that Carbondale players have to understand when it comes to defense. Because the guy's shooting the ball doesn't mean you have to foul him if you can't stop him. Makes no sense. Just play good defense. If you get beat, you get beat. I mean, there are times when you do have to commit a foul, but you commit those silly, stupid fouls that put you in trouble down the end of the game.
And Minetti converts on the second free throw as the Blue Devils now trail 25-13. And it is Burrell to work the Charger offense. Jeff Arthur, cross court.
Well, you got a mismatch.
Jordan Martin off the drive will push it back outside.
With Minetti and McCord in there. McCord's got, if he posts up, you got to get the ball in there.
And right now, Isaiah on the perimeter will pull up with a 15-footer. And this one won't fall, and a battle underneath with Jordan Martin, and a foul called on the Blue Devils. Now let's check at the Chargers.
Wow. That was a late call for that. Late call.
First personal foul on Jordan Martin, and the 17th foul.
Fouls on Jordan Martin.
As both teams will walk the length of the court, and that will put the Old Forge Blue Devils on the stripe with Manetti.
Unless...
Or let's check this, who is going to shoot it? Grochowski.
Unless that foul was committed after he got the rebound. But that was a late whistle if it was on the rebound.
17 foul for Carbondale. Grochowski is a 38% free throw shooter. This one rolls off the iron. And a great save by the Chargers. Arthur gives it to McCord with 55 seconds to play in the first half. And Carbondale up 25-13.
Now, Carbondale's problem throughout the last couple of years was their ability to finish at the end of a quarter or a half.
And Carbondale will work it around the three-point line with 35 seconds to play. And it's McCord guarded by Manetti. Calabro will take control with 21 seconds. They'll just hold on to the basketball.
Come and get it. Come and get it.
Now you'll see the rotation in the Carbondale offense as McCord.
Not too soon, not too soon.
Drive to the basket, goes up and scores, and draws the foul with 8 seconds left. 27-13. And I believe the personal is on Ben Grochowski, the 6'2" freshman. His first, team's fourth, McCord on the stripe. He is a 61% free throw shooter. This one misses. Cantarella collects the carom. 5 on the clock. Manetti with the basketball. Manetti through traffic. The layup didn't get it, and that will bring an end to the first half of today's Lackawanna League Division III basketball matchup, with Carbondale area going into the locker room, leading 27-13 here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale. Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The total home packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages. Cable, internet, and phones starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
More than anything else, beautiful carpeting installed by Tom's Floor Shop in Childs will make your house a home. Pay a visit to Tom's Floor Shop and experience the feel of deep, rich luxury, the drama of radiant color, and the timeless beauty, the comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of linoleum, ceramic tile, exotic hardwood floors, and window treatments with attractive patterns and a truly amazing array of colors on display in their showroom. At Tom's Floor Shop, there is no sacrifice of style, quality, or performance. All roads lead to where great floors begin. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams. If you're planning a construction project, you can rely on Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. They specialize in residential and commercial excavating, paving and demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Construction will deliver sand, stone, fill, topsoil, and mulch. Nick's appreciates your business and looks forward to serving you with his quality workmanship. For your next project, call Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
Set for the third quarter of play in this Lackawanna League Division III basketball matchup between Old Forge and Carbondale area, and the Chargers leading 27-13. First quarter, Glenn, Carbondale came out on fire, outscoring the Blue Devils 17-8. In the second quarter, they did it once again, outscoring Old Forge 10-5, and now we're set for the third quarter.
And Carbondale has to come out in the same mindset. Play good defense, rebound the ball, be patient on the offensive end, and move the ball, move around over. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Old Forge. I would be shocked if they don't come out and try some full court pressure.
Well, we're set for the third quarter of play. The Blue Devils' next contest will be at home against the Dunmore Bucks, while the Carbondale area Chargers will go on the road and play at Riverside. As Jason Martin will get set to inbound the basketball at center court. And the third quarter is underway here in Carbondale as McCord almost lost the basketball. Martin gives it up. Larson open, misses on the jump shot. And the Blue Devils will bring it the other way. Here's Minetti, guarded by McCord. And Minetti in traffic will kick it back outside. Aversa posting up. Cantarella, good movement. Minetti from the corner. His shot off the mark. Rebounded by Carbondale and Jordan Martin. As Carbondale area will go to work in the half-court set. Martin, McCord, now Larson. And Carbondale area will be patient offensively. With a 27-13 lead.
Very patient. Look inside now. We got to look inside.
Here's Burrow.
Oh, nice move by Kyle Burrow. That he hung in the air just a little bit longer than normal, and a nice, strong move to the basket.
That was picturesque.
Oh, it's terrific.
29-13.
He's got to do that more. He has to do that more. He stops too soon, too often.
Now, Minetti off the drive, tries to muscle it up, couldn't get it to fall, didn't get the roll this time. Players battle for it, and it will be Carbondale's basketball. Jared Yanello not happy with that call.
Well, I think Minetti, it was knocked off of Minetti or Janello there, and they were standing out of bounds. So we're going to do good. That was a good play by Jason Martin.
And Isaiah drives the baseline and is fouled under the basket.
Foul on Minetti.
Ooh, that could be problems.
No, I think that's only his second.
His second, okay. Second personal on Jake Minetti, and the first team foul as McCord sinks the free throw. And the Chargers are out to a 30-13 advantage. Well, the Blue Devils having a rough night shooting as McCord, a 61% free throw shooter, misses on shot number 2, and Gutowski collects the carom. Now Jake Minetti works one-on-one and will float the pass to Aversa. And they try to go inside to Cantarella, and Cantarella goes to the hoop and is fouled.
See that's
Chris Larson.
Now for Chris Larson.
That's his third. See, that's again, the guy's got inside position. Where you go? He's got to let him go. You just have to let him go that time.
Yeah, you have the big lead. Sometimes you have to give up the shot as Cantarella converts. to make it a 30-14 ball game.
You know, Cantarella's probably got him by 6-7 inches, and then he's trying to block him from behind. You don't get those calls blocking from behind.
Cantarella shooting at 50% from the stripe. Nails 2. 30-15.
No full court pressure, so Carbondale just take their time, keep the ball moving once they get it up here. Somebody come and get the ball. We don't want him handling the ball all night long out there.
As Carbondale will set it up, and they turn it over. A foul called on Martin.
Little hip check on the screen.
Second personal, and the second team foul. And with the Blue Devils trailing 30-15, they'll bring the ball across midcourt. So, Glenn, you're down 30-15. Is there a certain time you would go to some full court pressure?
I would be going now, to be honest with you. You got to change the tempo of the game. Carbondale's controlling the tempo.
And from the outside, Aversa off the mark with the shot. In transition, McCord knocked away. Here comes Old Forge on the break. It's Manetti right to the basket. And the follow-up is good by Cantarella. Blue Devils are on a run. They now trail 30-17 as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Well, the Blue Devils on a small run, and they now trail the Chargers 30-17 with 5:12 to play, third quarter.
Okay, Carbondale, here comes a semi-full court pressure, but they're going to pressure the guard, obviously. Oh, you got to go to the basket. Wow.
He was open.
Wide open.
And Carbondale misses an opportunity as Jason Martin will work it back outside. Burrow. And Jason Martin now to set it up. Here's McCord. And a pass underneath the basket. They almost lose it. They'll reset the offense.
Bring it back out to the point. Bring it back out. Set it all up again.
And Burrow, pretty good ball handler, gives it up to Jeff Arthur. And there's the steal. Jordan Oler right to the basket with the layup. And the bucket. 30-19. So the Blue Devils very quietly creeping back into this ball game, Glenn.
You got to go to the basket. You can't keep going sideways with it. You see, if I were, I would like to see.
Martin misses on a long three as Oler rebounds. Now Aversa and some momentum for the Blue Devils, and underneath the basket they go. The ball was knocked away as Cantarella went up with the shot.
Yeah, they got.
Boy, it's amazing they can't get Cantarella posting up with his back to the basket, Glenn.
Well,
you know he's pretty sizable, 6'7".
You have to try to do that, and I would, if I was.
There's a turnaround shot that is off the mark by Gutowski. Yeah, you get a big man and post him up.
See, I would, if with the McCord, if once he gives the ball up, I'd set him up in the middle too.
And underneath, shot is good by Jordan Martin to give Carbondale a 32-19 advantage. Nearing 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Manetti pulls up, 13-footer short. Oler tries to go for the save. McCord in transition. McCord with a 16-footer way off the mark.
That's not a good shot.
And Aversa collects it. Aversa wants to go to the hoop. Muscles up the shot, didn't get it to fall, and the ball is rebounded by Martin. Now Carbondale area with the lead, 32-19, and the basketball.
Come and get the ball.
And that's what McCord does. Nice move. Ball's tipped into the hands of Gutowski on the break. Here's Minetti up with the shot. And the Blue Devils now trail 32-21. And with Deuces Wild on the scoreboard, 2:22 and counting. And the old Carbondale area Chargers now with Jeff Arthur and McCord. Ball's loose. Carbondale turns it over once again.
That's a terrible pass. You can't force that ball.
And a reach in by Martin.
That's his third.
So Minetti taking the ball on the right wing, draws the foul. Third personal on Jason Martin. Third team foul. And Martin will take a seat on the bench and be replaced in the lineup by Chip Calabro.
There you go with
what you talked about earlier.
Double problem. You throw the ball away on this end, you go down, you reach in, and you foul, you commit the foul. That's a second reach-in foul and the charge.
Cantarella to the offensive foul. And the Old Forge fans are not happy.
Fouls on A.J. Cantarella.
You know how that call goes, 50-50. You get some, you don't get some.
32-21, Carbondale leads it. And Isaiah McCord takes control. He gets it back. Again, an offensive foul on McCord.
You can't put that. That's foolish. Wow. You got to use your heads out there. Got to use your head. You're inside. You got inside position. Hey, guys coming hard. Stop. Take the little shot. What did I say that 6 times this game already? Wow, that aggravates me. Really
easy,
does.
buddy, easy. Here's Gutowski to work the Blue Devil offense. Going into Cantarella, knocked away. Good job by Cantarella. He didn't go after it, let it go out of bounds. And with 1:17 remaining, third quarter, Old Forge will have the basketball on the inbound. Gutowski. And a foul on the Blue Devils.
10, foul on Minetti. That's his third.
So Minetti in foul trouble.
Again, an illegal pick.
Well, let's check that. I believe.
No, this one?
That's number 1, and that will be Eric Grahowski. So that's his first and the team's third for the Blue Devils. And Carbondale leading 32-21. And it will be Chip Calabro dishing it off. And the Chargers will set it up.
One.
And on the free throw line is Isaiah McCord for Carbondale area. Well, we'll check his numbers from the three-point line.
Isaiah McCord, score.
33-21. Here's the second free throw by McCord. Perfect. 34-21. Now the Blue Devils of Old Forge will go to work with 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. From the outside, shot is off the mark, ball is loose. And a good job by Kyle Burrell to keep it alive for the Chargers. Oh, Glenn, right here, you kind of pull it back.
Kill the clock.
Oh, Minetti.
That was tipped.
Ball was tipped. Okay, no foul called. Minetti still safe.
That ball was tipped. That ball was tipped into the backcourt. Why can't he touch? Why can't he pick it up there? Has to.
If it off the tip, yeah.
Well, sure.
And Gutowski will inbound at the center court stripe. And it goes to Aversa. 13 on the clock, third quarter. Big opportunity now for the Blue Devils. Clock down to 8. Aversa goes to the right side. Gutowski, 3 on the clock. Somebody has to take the shot. Gutowski will fire it up, and that will bring an end to the third quarter of play here at the Pete Taronis Gym, with the Chargers leading the Old Forge Blue Devils 34-21 on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Keep your vehicle running safe and efficiently with complete automotive care by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. You can rely on Jerry's for minor repairs, wheel alignment, Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and brand name tires for a smooth ride. Stop in and see Jerry. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website, jerrystire@gmail.com. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect, or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
Well, we're underway with fourth quarter action here in Carbondale, and the Chargers leading the Blue Devils 34-21. And for 3, Jimmy Aversa knocks it down, and it's 34-24. The lead is down to 10.
All right, Carbondale's got to come right back and respond to that 3.
And off the steal, here comes the Old Forge Blue Devils, and they lose the basketball in transition, kept alive. Inside they go to Cantarella. And the ball is loose, and players battling for it. Eric Grahowski, wearing number 1, hit the deck pretty hard, but he's okay. Wait for the call on the foul.
The other way, shirt.
Third personal foul on Grahowski. Pass goes to Larson.
Get the ball off of him.
And Isaiah McCord has to get it across midcourt. Ball's tipped. Aversa has it. Here's Aversa down to Minetti, and the fast break is good. As Aversa scores, and it's 34-26. Now the pressure by Old Forge starting to pay dividends.
Now here it comes. Now Carbondale's starting to play their kind of game instead of settling down. Tempo is swing over to the Old Forge side.
And Carbondale turns it over.
Now Carbondale's committing some stupid fouls.
Second personal on Isaiah McCord.
It's not that the fouls are there. One more foul, Old Forge is in a 1-and-1.
15 foul for the Chargers. The lead is down to 8. As Jake Minetti will work the Old Forge Blue Devil offense. There's a bad pass into the hands of Jason Martin. Martin puts on the break. McCord to the basket and scores. Lead back up to 10 for the Chargers.
I don't like this tempo for Carbondale.
And the Blue Devils lose the basketball as Cantarella, the junior
I don't like
center,
this tempo for Carbondale. Carbondale gets a little crazy with their passes sometimes when they play this tight of tempo. Patience, just bring the ball up, clear it out, bring it up.
Burrell trying to get the ball up across midcourt against Aversa. Good ball
job,
handling.
that's a good job.
Isaiah to the basket. Offensive foul. Glenn is speechless. This is the first time I think I've ever.
Well,
he just.
They continue to do the same thing all the time. Run people over.
Third personal foul on Isaiah McCord.
Jump shot.
Sixth
Pull up.
team foul.
Can't run over people.
Now Jake Minetti, the senior guard. Inside they go to the big guy, and he scores. A.J. Cantarella. 36-28.
All you got to do is just keep him on the block and let him make that little right to left turn.
Carbondale clinging to an 8-point lead right now with 5:39 remaining in the fourth. McCord thought about a three, pulls up, short jumper, misses. Gutowski rebounds. Now Minetti will work it on the right wing. Minetti in traffic and is fouled. Well, who will this be on? A lot of traffic under the basket.
That's Larson's fourth.
Chris Larson walking on some thin ice as McCord will go over to have a word with head coach Landon Gabriel. 36-28, Carbondale with the lead. Minetti on the strike.
Jake Minetti score.
36-29 on the free throw by Minetti.
As soon as Old Forge up tempo, this defense, Carbondale area start playing a little crazy, wild game. Can't do that.
2 in a row for Jake Minetti, and the Blue Devils have narrowed the deficit to 6 points, 36-30, as we go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Basket by Chris Larson gives Carbondale an 8-point advantage, 38-30 with 4:55 remaining in the fourth quarter.
With that timeout, Steve, Old Forge came out with a...
Oh, there's a left hand by Cantarella as he scores.
I would go inside to him constantly.
38-32, and they don't have an answer for Cantarella.
Not this half.
No. Oh, Landon Gabriel wanted to reach in on Minetti, and he didn't get it. Now Isaiah McCord lost the basketball. Minetti coming the other way on the break in a lot of traffic. Traveling.
Yeah.
Just too much traffic in there, Glenn, to take it to the hoop.
Well, yeah, he's still have a little of that oblong ball in him.
Yeah. Isaiah McCord. Now Burrell will have to handle the pressure, and he does it with ease. There's a reach in by Aversa. 38-32 your score. Carbondale now clinging to the lead with 4:12 left in the fourth quarter. As Martin will inbound the basketball. Well, Carbondale got out to a big lead, and Old Forge chipping away, putting the pressure now on Carbondale.
No, you got to get the ball off of Martins. He's got to get inside.
Now Burrell working against Aversa, who is playing with 3 personal fouls.
Give it to him. Yep.
Martin wanted it, and posting up and didn't get the basketball. Now Martin tries to get it to McCord, and McCord had it knocked away. Carbondale will keep it. Well, right now, Carbondale trying to figure out who will put the ball in play. And it will be Jason Martin looking, gets it into Larson. And off the flip, they'll try to push it back outside. The ball goes the other way, out of bounds, and Carbondale turns it off. Landon Gabriel says, guys, slow it down a little bit. Be patient. Gutowski to put the ball in play. And here's Minetti to work one-on-one against Martin. 3:28 and counting. Time remaining in the fourth quarter. 38-32. Carbondale leading it over Old Forge. Here's a shot for a three-point attempt by Jake Minetti. Fouled on the play. He'll get 3 shots.
That's Martin's fourth.
Martin in foul trouble.
And Minetti's a pretty good foul shooter.
55% on the season. There's one. 38-33. And Jake Minetti, 6'1" senior, averaging 10 a ball game with the second shot. Cool and calm on the stripe. 38-34.
4 for 4 from the foul line at this half.
Didn't we see this in the Chargerette game?
Yep. Yes,
with the Lady Foresters?
Absolutely.
A little bit short on that one. 2 out of 3 for Jake Minetti. It's 38-34. Martin down along the right wing. Cross court. Larson with 3:09 left. Now what do you do right here, Glenn?
Well,
You've got a 38-34 lead.
You got to look for a good shot.
Go for a high percentage shot.
You can't go side to side. You got to go in and out, top and bottom, in and out. Moves the ball around the perimeter. Get some good screens.
Yeah, good job by Gutowski.
They don't protect the ball. They don't protect the ball enough.
38-34. Carbondale leading it. Timeout call by Landon Gabriel as the Chargers lead it here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale.
Back at the Pete Turonis Gym here in Carbondale. 2 minutes and 49 seconds remain in this Lackawanna League Division III basketball matchup. And the Carbondale area Chargers now clinging to a 38-34 lead over the Blue Devils.
They've got to go back to what they were doing in the first half. Move the ball around the offense, get some screens, get some nice picks, look inside, move the ball, go to the basket under control. They don't go to the basket under control at all.
Well, a 14-point halftime lead has evaporated down to 4 as Martin inbounds to Larson. Now Carbondale area. Getting into McCord, and blocking foul is called on Jake Minetti.
Well,
Minetti called for the personal. McCord is on the stripe. And Isaiah, a 61% free throw shooter.
And you know,
these are big.
All of these from now on are big, because if you're down, you're going to foul.
17 foul for the Blue Devils.
Isaiah McCord is shooting 1 and 1.
Fans really into it here at the gym. And Isaiah misses. Aversa collects the carom. 38-34, the Blue Devils. Minetti dishes off. Aversa on the left side. Now with 2.5 to play, Glenn, you have to work for a real high percentage shot. But look where Cantarella is. He was way out on the post. Now he's open. There's the move and the shot and the foul.
Well,
initially he was way up near the free throw line, but got back under the basket and got position.
Now, if they're going to do that, play in front of him. Make him throw the ball over your head. Get your hands up. If he's going to be on that block, play in front of him. Where are they going to throw that?
Really? Third personal on Jordan Martin. 19 fouls, so as Cantarella misses the free throw. And the Chargers hang on to a 4-point lead, 38-34. Second free throw attempt. Cantarella nails it. It's a 3-point ball game, 38-35. Now Kyle Burrow. Give it
easy,
up.
Easy.
Martin with the crossover dribble.
Come on back and get out and get the ball, Kyle.
Yeah, you need the basketball in the hands of Kyle Burrow right here. Yeah. Carbondale with 1:55 to play. There's Jordan Martin. Jason Martin under the basket for the bucket. It's 40-35. He'll go to the free throw line.
Now that was a nice set, and they ran that with patience.
Basket is good. He'll shoot one.
Big basket, good passing. Martin, Jason Martin, 6'2" senior, with the free throw. Oh, rims out. Blue Devils still have a chance with 1:50 to play in the fourth. Minetti off a screen. Here's the drive. Didn't get the bucket. No foul call. Carbondale area up by 5.
Come on, get the ball.
40-35.
Come on, get the ball.
Oh, there's Isaiah.
Bring it back out. Set it up. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Bring it back out.
And the Chargers right now, there's the reach in by Jake Minetti to stop the clock with 1 minute and 25 seconds to play.
Well, of anybody that's out there, I probably would think you would want McCord on the line and then probably Kyle Burrell second. So if those guys got to handle the ball the rest of the way.
Fourth personal on Jake Minetti. McCord on the free throw line. Good shot. Was he over the line? I believe he was over the free throw line. He stepped over the line, Glenn. That won't count. 40-35. So
the ball was on the rim. It was definitely on the rim. That's awful.
120
That
left.
was awful.
And now Jake Minetti dishes off a Versa blocking foul on Martin, and he'll take a seat on the bench.
Jason Martin is fouled out of the game.
Now think about this. Think about the fouls that he committed today. 3 out of the 5 were with his hip checking. Right? 1 out here, 1 over there, and the last one right there. Instead of just getting there and just playing good defense.
40-35. Aversa can narrow the deficit and misses. Put up a brick on that one. Aversa also, Glenn, a very good free throw shooter at 72% this season. Jimmy Aversa hits the second.
I think
lead is down to 4 for Carbondale.
Come on, get the ball, Kyle.
Carbondale to Isaiah, and a timeout called. Now, what's going on here? Who called the timeout? Was it Carbondale, Glenn?
I don't know.
Well, we'll keep it right here.
I think that foul, that call that the official made with McCord going over the rim, that was terrible. Hey, that ball was rolling around the rim. That might come down to haunt Carbondale.
40-36. Carbondale leads it with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Thanks to all of our great sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home in Childs. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. Nobody has been busier than Nick the last couple of months. Thank you for your support. By your Carbondale Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service. Jerry Jablinowski across the way, sitting there, taking in the ball game tonight. Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center. by Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Keep your tank full all the time. Glenn, pull into Main Street Sunoco. Figlamini Drugstore, Carbondale. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Thanks to Mike Mancuso and the great staff at Figlamini Drugstore. And, of course, your starting lineups tonight. Presented by Roselle Department Store. Carbondale having some trouble getting the ball in. They get it to Larson, and he's hammered, and I believe Minetti will be out of the ball game. If it's on him.
If that's him. Yep, that's him. And that's a big player out of the game now.
So Jake Minetti will take a seat on the bench with 5 personals. Jason Martin gone for Carbondale.
Jake Minetti has fouled out of the game.
Now, if you're Carbondale, you got to get the ball in the hands of Burrell or Isaiah McCord. They got to come to get it. They've got to want the ball now. If you're Old Forge, you got to keep pounding the pressure and go after them. And if you have to commit a foul, you have to commit a foul. But
Nick Pelosi will replace Jake Minetti in the Blue Devil lineup. Pelosi is a 5'6" sophomore guard. Chris Larson has converted on 2 of 8 free throws this season. And he's perfect. 41-36 Carbondale.
And that might be a big one right there.
And here's the second free throw by Chris Larson. Very calm on the free throw line. It's 42-36 the Chargers.
You gotta watch Aversa here now. You don't want that matchup.
Jimmy Aversa, 15-footer. Won't fall. Ball's rebounded by Kyle Burrell. And they'll walk the other way. Eric Grahowski with his 4th personal foul.
Big fouls right here. Every one of them.
Kyle Burrell on the free throw line. And did not get the roll. He is an 86% free throw shooter. Here is the second shot by the 5'11" junior guard. Didn't get the bounce. No. Cantarella collects the carom. Gutowski.
Stop the fall. Stop the ball.
Gutowski dishing off. They'll work it out. Here is Cantarella. Didn't get it to fall.
A big rebound by McCord. That was a big basket. Cantarella had a nice position. Just didn't let it. Didn't fall.
42-36 with 40 seconds on the clock, and Isaiah McCord will go to the free throw line. 4th personal foul.
You got to pick the ball up here and then make him turn.
And Isaiah McCord hits the free throw. It's 43-36 the Chargers with 40 seconds left.
You got to pick them up so they can. Carbondale has to pick them up so they slow the ball down. At least make them turn once or twice. You take 8-10 seconds off the clock every time down the floor.
McCord gives Carbondale an 8-point lead, 44-36. The final 36 seconds from outside downtown. The shot won't fall for the Blue Devils. The putback by Cantarella off the mark. Here is Jimmy Aversa pulling up for 3. Shot was blocked by Jordan Martin. Ball's loose. Burrell.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You got to protect the jump. That was a jump ball. You got to take it here, protect it with your elbows, and just get it inside into your body. Don't go down here at your waist. You're giving the ball up on that.
And with 21 seconds left, we'll keep it right here.
But nevertheless, a big rebound by Kyle Burrell that time.
That's a big one. As the Old Forge Blue Devils will take on Dunmore at home for their next ball game, while the Carbondale area Chargers will go on the road and take on Riverside.
That's no easy task down in Riverside. They're a pretty good ball club, I'm hearing.
So with Carbondale up 44-36, boy, Glenn, it got a little dicey for a little while there.
Well,
as Old Forge rallied back, but just had a tough night shooting.
In their own way that they've always played, pressure. Carbondale got caught up in that in the beginning of the fourth quarter, lost the lead, and it was down to 4, and they finally settled down. Thank God they were able to get a couple nice baskets underneath.
And McCord on the inbound. There's the long pass down to Larson. Nobody found him. Good move. He'll just pull it back, and they'll work it back outside, and let the final 15 seconds tick away.
Well, Forge put the subs in there. You could see that. And that's a class move by Carbondale there, not to shoot that ball.
And McCord with 3 seconds, and that will do it. Carbondale area hangs on for a very exciting 44-36 victory over the Old Forge Blue Devils. Congratulations to Landon Gabriel and the Carbondale area Chargers.
Well, Nick, put that camera on midcourt. Private joke.
As Old Forge outscored Carbondale in that fourth quarter 15-10, but it wasn't enough. And the Carbondale area Chargers improved their overall mark to 6 wins and 4 losses, while the Old Forge Blue Devils fall to 4 wins and 5 losses.
All right, let's recap quickly, Steve. Number 1, first half, absolutely fantastic for Carbondale. They controlled the tempo. They were very patient on offense. They hit the boards. They out-rebounded Old Forge 18-6 in the first half. Third quarter, so-so. Okay. Fourth quarter, when Old Forge put a little bit of pressure on them, they went a little haywire. They started getting a little crazy with the ball. They were trying to run people down. They committed the same fouls they've been committing all year long, the fouls that put them in trouble. Now, Old Forge, you're right. Old Forge did not have a great shooting night tonight. If they shot any kind of percentage, this game might have been reversed at the end here, because they came on strong in the last part of that third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter. Carbondale withstood the onslaught and came back, and a good timeout by Landon Gabriel got them settled up. They scored on the baseline twice and put the game back into their tempo, and that's how they got to play. They have to play smart, and sometimes they just don't. So, again, maybe it's a good lesson to be learned. If you do what you're supposed to do, think good things will happen. But again, committing the same turnovers and the same fouls that they've committed all year long, they've got to change that a little bit. But nevertheless, a win is a win.
Well, Carbondale had a 27-13 lead at halftime. They let it slip away, but in the fourth, they just had enough firepower to hold off Old Forge for the 44-36 win. And that is going to wrap it up here at the Pizzaronis Gym. Thank you for joining us for all of the action of the Blue Devils and the Chargers. We will be back again with more high school basketball when the Carbondale area Chargers take on the Lakeland Chiefs. And for Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, I'm Steve Young. Till next time, so long from the Pizzaronis Gym.
This Adams Cable Channel 7 sports presentation of high school basketball between the Old Forge Blue Devils and the Carbondale area Chargers was brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, Nick's Excavating and Construction, Carbondale, by your Carbondale Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Carbondale, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Carbondale, Main Street Sunoco, Carbondale, Figlomini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929, by McGovern Insurance Agency, Carbondale. Your starting lineups are presented by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. For a current listing of our next broadcast, visit our website, adamscable.com, or check it out here on Adams Cable Channel 7.